Yeah, like
You
you're
wanna
not
see-
you're not really thinking of like becoming a businessman.
Yeah.
But you see, yeah, you know, I was not even thinking none of this stuff when I was doing it. No, I was just chilling. Like,
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, people around the world? Welcome to Shagget Podcast. Today is the day, man. We have a special guest in the house. Little businessman. If you have a business in Minnesota, you probably called this man for advice. He is also known for having a suitcase full of money, man. Ladies, this is
that
the man.
is
If you're
not true.
if you're looking for this is the man.
That is not true.
If you see money dropped on the ground, he probably did it just to touch your ass.
No,
No.
I got no money with me.
Nah, you probably do. Hey, check.
All right.
Besides that, though, he is an educated Oromo fella. He graduated from University of Minnesota with health administration degree, if I'm not mistaken. Currently, he owns a Lifetime Home Healthcare, if I say it right, as well as a trucking business. We actually went to UMD together. He is also a good friend of mine. Please, everybody, welcome to the show, Al-Arif Kalil.
Yeah, you forgot Red Fox.
Oh, apparel.
Red Fox apparel.
That was actually have.
That's
the main
my
one?
favorite business, and
You love that one?
you know, it's more of like what I'm really, like doing the most.
Yeah. You actually love it?
I love it.
What do you love about it?
It's a fashion.
Fashion, huh?
Yeah.
You like dressing up?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
We got our own swag.
Swag.
Yeah.
So, what is the ultimate goal of Red Fox?
The ultimate goal is actually it is on our tagline says that we are culturally inspired fashion wear, which means that we're trying to create powerful brand in terms of fashion that reflects our culture, and to make our culture is already nice and beautiful, but we're trying to modernize it using everyday clothes, everyday design, and kind of like mixing it up with the current designs with
Yeah. No, that's great. Hey,
you should have started with Red Fox. Because
yeah.
most people know me because of that too,
Yeah. But we want people to know you, not just on Red Fox, but with them big ass, businesses. You actually have a lot of businesses, which is, very important.
Yeah.
Where were you born, man? Yeah, take us a little bit back. Everybody has this initial, startup where they grew up, how their life started. I mean, take us back home. Where are you from? Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Oromia. In Bali, Robe. Yeah, the most beautiful place, Bali.
Why is it beautiful?
It's Bali. Like the name itself is beautiful.
Why are you gassing it up? Tell me about it.
It's like I'm not exaggerating. Like Bali is beautiful. It's very cold area where I come from. It's not hot or it's not too cold. It's something that you don't find in Minnesota.
Sheikh Hussein bir check up Danny.
Sheikh Hussein, Sof Umar, Dinshaw Park. We are the Highlanders, bro. Yeah.
You guys live on the mountain too.
We are on the top, bro.
On top.
Yeah.
It's cold up there.
Literally, figuratively, we are on top.
On top.
I don't care.
Hey, man.
But shout out to all Oromos though. Like I love everything about Oromia. All different part of Oromia is beautiful. Yeah. So that doesn't mean Bali is better than the other part of Oromia. It's like we all bring something to the table in terms of culture, in terms of nature, whatever, right? So that is why we're actually proud of being from Oromo and from Oromia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think of Danny. What kind of animals do you guys have?
Yeah, I don't know exactly if people know ibex as ibex. We do have Red Fox from Bali.
Is that why you named your shit?
Yeah, I already know it.
Okay, I see you.
Myself and a friend of mine, Abdi. Bali is RC.
Yeah.
RC is Bali.
RC is Bali.
Yeah, it's just you know.
It's the same thing. It's the same difference.
It's the same thing. The same difference. Yeah.
Well, how was life growing up in Bali? Was it difficult? How was it like as a kid? What was it like growing up?
In terms of life, I mean, it's just normal, like you're born into it, so like you don't see it as a challenge, although might be some challenge, but I grew up in Bali, Robe, I went to school there, and then I had a lot of childhood friends and a lot of childhood memories, you know what I mean? Yeah, something that I carried with me to America. So.
Come on, give us some memory, lesson.
What do you want to know?
At least something that is stuck with you.
Now, let's talk about where were you born, Ebisa? I want to get to know you on your own show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was born in a place called Kuyara. Karsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a place where a lot of religious thing is prospering.
Yeah, like what kind of religion?
Well, like mostly Protestant and the usual. And there's a little bit of Orthodox and also Adventist is the biggest one, as there's this college over there. So everybody comes from different places for that college to go to that college, and they form the little community called Kuyara.
Yeah.
So that is where I was born, in Karsa, Kuyara.
Do you have any memory of Kuyara, or like you left the place when you were at the?
No, I actually have little memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember jumping in the river and swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot swimming here.
Yeah.
I think they have a pool. It's very organized.
Yeah.
But we used to jump off the cliff and we do crazy stuff, man. Back home stuff is crazy.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something.
No, that's something.
But it's not as beautiful
as Bali?
Yeah.
No, it is beautiful. I left that place when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't fully remember every exactly thing what happened. Garul, I'm pretty sure it's beautiful. That's why people move there too. I'm pretty sure that's why missionaries.
Kuyara, yero Bali ra kara finfinne dufnu. Yo kan finfinne ra kara Bali dem no. We always go through Kuyara, like Shashamane, whatever, big cities. Yeah, I for some reason I never thought I used to think Kuyara is not like, I used to think it is like a place where people actually go for like.
Don't tell me you're about to underestimate much.
No. It's not about underestimating. I never really know it was actually a town or a city or anything. Before like long time ago. Now I know that it is actually a place. I used to think it's like some sort of hospital where they bring like because I remember like they used to bring like people who are mentally ill. There's a lot of hospitals that was built by missionaries.
Yep. I know what you mean.
So like people, like whenever people get sick, hey, we're gonna take them to Kuyara.
Yeah. So we're like the hospital. Hey, man. So it's very civilized around that area.
Yeah. So yeah.
How is it? What is the difference coming here? Was it different from Bali to the US, man? Like straight up,
Well, I came straight from Ethiopia, So like most people in Minnesota, how people had to go to Kenya and they live there and they have to travel here. For me, my parents are already here, so they sponsored me to come here.
You came alone? When you got here, you came alone?
I actually came here with my cousin, but kind of alone at the same time, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Yeah. So what was the big difference that you saw? Like a cultural shock, or when we were back home, even me when I was back home, I think of America as something like crazy. Like
expectation for America I had.
Did it change, or it's still the same?
Well, the expectation we had is more of like a picture that we see, in the movies and in the music videos and stuff, It seems like everywhere in America is like that, which is way far from reality, But in terms of like my expectation of like life back home and here is totally different. You know what I mean? Like, I knew we are going a place where we actually gonna have more opportunity. That is because my dad came here first, and then bringing us here, me and my siblings, but actually by working, and sending us money, and helping us back home, and he was able to put us at the better position, in terms of like helping us with the school. Yeah, so expectation was like in two different kind. Like the one you think, ooh, I'm gonna have a flashy life, like shiny, whatever, right? So, but that is not true.
Yep.
Apparently,
Yep.
As a matter of fact, it's the opposite of it.
The opposite of it
is the snow. We come to the coldest state. So, but in terms of finding opportunity, that is exactly what I found it here.
Yeah. It's abundant opportunity.
Exactly.
You can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. If that's how you believe, that's where you're gonna become.
Yeah. Just like for me, it was like I came here, and the buildings and all that is what I expected. I came here when like during winter time.
Yeah.
Just Adi, Adi. I'm like, Malta Ada,
Snow.
There's snow everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
And Karana Kabada Bareda, those things was flashy as I imagined it. When I went to downtown, it was just crazy things. It was awesome.
So, what was the expectation for you that you thought about America, but you did not find it the same way? Then, if that is what it is,
I always thought like America is like everybody's well off. I used to think everybody like have money, everybody have car, everybody. I did not think homeless exist here.
Yeah,
that's the thing. A lot of people, there is a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
And I did not expect that, and all of a sudden all the expectation that I have just kind of minimized and just kind of dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the schooling system and everything was awesome. You went to school here, right?
Yes. So like that's interesting because the school system, the healthcare system, for the people who actually already living here, is like shitty. It's not really like something that they think is really.
Yeah.
I can say shit, right?
You can say that. This is the
so.
Yeah.
But like I say it, like, but for us, we come from a very disadvantaged place, and even having this much of it, it's like for us is a luxury. When I say us, now we actually adapted to this life. For us too, it's like right now it's not a big deal, but at the time when we were fresh, off the boat, right?
Off the boat.
When we were like
off the plane.
So it was like like getting checked out, on a yearly basis, like for your physical and stuff, is something that we came into, that's that we discovered it here. So, and we are grateful for it.
Even though we don't even get sick.
Barely. Like
No.
But like what I'm trying to say is that it is still better. It's your life here is way better. I don't want to give out like a wrong message to people saying that, the expectation this much, but we did not find it that way. Not really. I did find it. What I was looking for, I did find it here. And so kind of grateful for that.
Yeah. So growing up, I want to go back to growing up because that is the main important thing. How was your parents? Were they strict, or were they lenient on you? Because that determined who you're gonna become in the future, kind of in a way, So I want to know a little bit. Tell us.
I think my mom raised me because my dad left the country when we were young.
Yeah.
So it's my mom who raised me. Well, collectively, like my dad has to contribute financial contribution, and he calls us, he check on us. That means a lot. But he was living here, thousands of miles away. But my mom is the one enrolled me into school and provided me with the textbook and but like I say, my mom was not super strict, but she was making us do stuff like go to school. You know, she was making sure we actually go to school. You know what I mean? And my mom sent me to private school. Not that she was really strict, but she was really doing good in terms of parenting us and as far as her freedom or whether she was strict or not. I don't think my mom was strict, but she didn't have to be. You know what I mean? She didn't have to be strict on us. We were actually like, I mean, we do get in trouble and stuff, but you know, that's a normal, you know, kid stuff, right? But we were doing fine in terms of go to school, Quran, you know, Duxi, all those kind of stuff was happening. So, but I don't think that whether she was strict or not, that doesn't really determine what I have become or what I'm going to become in the future. Because like, even if people give you a freedom, that's still, you know, life is your own life experiences.
You decide things.
Yeah, like your own life experiences, what you choose to do in your life is what actually determines your future. Not whether your family did. That's not. At some point when your family did not give an opportunity for you to discover yourself, and they are super strict that you not get to go outside and meet people, or they didn't send you to go to school, that really affect your future. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I feel like my mom did well raising me, and
So what are some of the advice that she gave you, like growing up? It's just kind of stuck in your brain and just kind of leads you still to this point.
I don't really remember any of advice, but I mean, parents, they always give you advice, whatever. But not specifically this kind of, like, I cannot really say like, oh, she said this, that, you know. I don't really remember even if she said anything, but what she has done in terms of raising me, like putting me into school, instead of telling me, she's actually like helping me do those stuff. You know what I mean? My mom was like a businesswoman. You know what I mean? So
when she do stuff, you just understand
exactly. You know what I mean? I can see like what kind of woman she is. You know what I mean? And my mom had like a boss mentality. You know what I mean? A very respected woman. You know what I mean? So like, imagine people calling you Itiye. You know, my mom's name is Itiye because you know, she sells honey. She sells honey, and people used to come to our house to buy honey. And then you know, we see a lot of people come and pick it up, you know. So that is like, I think like subconsciously, like that has effect on how you actually look at your mom. You know, damn, my mom is like, you know, she is
respected.
You know what I mean? And you
want to become her in a way, you know? Cause
like you're not really thinking of like becoming a businessman, but you see, you know, I was not even thinking none of this stuff when my mom was doing it. No, I was just chilling, like living my life normal, like every day. Go to school, come back, you know, play soccer, whatever. But subconsciously, I was actually like programming that into my head. My mom is actually this kind of person. And my mom, because of my dad was already living here, she took all the dad and the mom responsibility upon herself, right? Now that has a big effect on me because my mom like used to, you know, own, like, not my mom but my parents, they own land where she had to actually, you know, work with you know, with the people who does the constructions, you know, every day, and she actually like telling them she wants this and that, she's making them do that, you know what I mean? And that is like,
that kind of programs you.
Like in a way, right? You don't really think about it at the time, but my mom right now, she doesn't really work, whatever, you know what I mean? She's just chilling. She lives here now, right? Like, I always see my mom and that I used to know her. Like now, right now, my mom retired or anything, you know what I mean?
Because that's the only thing that you know too. That's the only thing you saw. So you definitely want to become her.
Exactly. So
that's crazy. No. So you never got whipped or anything?
I did.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did. My mom, yeah, like, you know, we skip school.
Yeah.
We fight with other kids in our you know, like with our neighborhood, you know, in our communities. You know, my mom was like, she did. You know, she did whoop our ass, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it like you know how Bietti, they literally take their flip flops and throw it away, and or was it you actually have the time to get whipped?
You know, she's your mom. Like, you know, you cannot even try to block yourself. That's the sign of disrespect. You know what I mean? You just let her hit you. You know what I mean? If that is what makes her feel calm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who did you look up to growing up? Oh, I want to be that kind of person. You know, when I grow up, I want to reach that goal. Did you have any influence?
Damn, this sounds like a high school essay now.
That's, you know, you already did it, so you better answer this question.
No, the one I did for high school is a made up stories.
Yeah.
No one ever really shared this.
Yeah, I butchered all of it.
Well, like I said, I have, like, honestly, like, I don't have a specific person or anything that, but I feel like things are like, I was influenced from events that was unfolding in my life. You know what I mean? Like, every event has given me, like, every event in my life, I was like a transition to something, right? Like, I was back home. You know what I mean? I was a kid. I had to go to school back home, right? And that gave me a different experience that influenced me, you know, for what is going to happen in my life the next year, the following year, right? So it is the like a collective events that really influence me every single day. For example, like when I was back home, you know, I mean, our like vision is limited, our dream is limited because of the event, the space we are living on, the environment we live in. We don't really have that bigger picture, you know. And then from the minute I decided to come here, when we're doing all this paperwork, whatever, the visa shit, right? Those stuff, now you are heading to a very new environment, a different country, a different culture, right? That put you in sort of a process for you to think in different ways, you know, see? So events in your life, you know, when they are unfolding themselves, what happens is that you are changing in terms of your personality, character, and basically, you know what I mean? It could be negative or positive, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like everything that I did in my life has negatively and positively influenced me in one way or another.
Trust me, I have a similar background, and you know, like. And when you grow up in that kind of environment, you know, things are very limited.
Yeah, I know. Especially you actually went to school where you had to stay there, right?
Yeah. In boarding school.
Yeah. So being in boarding school is different from actually being in a regular school. Yeah, right? Like, so that has somehow
limited me.
Not only limited you, but influenced you in a way to be different from other kids that you were taken, you know, nama walinjira tajo to sanara, but school boarding is a sense you now different from those people who actually were attending regular school.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, so that's basically what I was trying to say. So tell me about that though, like how did it make you different? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, the thing about boarding school is you do not go anywhere. So there's something called weekend, only once a week. Yeah. You know, during the weekdays you're there, you eat there, you sleep there, everything is there. You know, the place, the boarding school was big. You know, very big. You know, they have hospital, everything. You know, so your rotation is there. That's your life. You know, you don't experience gabea. You know, you don't go to market.
Private or
private.
Okay.
You know, so you don't, like, basically you're very limited. You know, in terms of like, if you want to do something, you have to do it inside. You cannot go anywhere to, you know, like do something. You know, that's crazy. So
how did that affect you in terms of like your personal life? I mean, it might sound bad because you at the time you were a boy, right? Like it kind of, but at the same time it kept you in one place, so you're not gonna have any sort of destruction. So just think about life without being in a boarding school. Like if you didn't go to that school, what would your life be?
My life would have been actually different.
Yeah. In a good way or bad way?
In a bad way. In a bad way, because boarding school kind of make you feel safe. There's no outsiders coming in and out. You only see limited people, limited number of people, and only students. You do not see any strangers or anybody trying to harm you. You barely even see like cars. I mean, you can see cars like the company's cars.
Yeah. So is it far from the city or something?
So I was in Addis, right?
Yeah.
Finfinne. It's a 10th Kabele, right? So it's called Akaki School.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it was a good experience living there because the student that goes there are from different places. They're not only from Addis, they're from from the south, there is a lot of diversity. So you learn a lot of things a lot. It's like living outside, but you're inside. So I did not lose a lot of connection. I did not disconnect it that much. All that connection is still there, but I just wish I experienced that outside lifestyle, just running around, hustling, hopping on the
working
bus,
and go to school.
I mean, we don't really have like working and going to school.
I mean, considering you were young too.
Exactly. But and also the school had something called people who actually go home and come to school. They had that, So
you were not one of them.
I was not one of them, So people who go to home and come to school, they still tell us.
Yeah, those people are probably from Addis, right? Like
from Addis, around the area. Yeah.
So, because you were from Kuyara, it's gonna be hard for you to drive back and forth.
Exactly. No, I was most of my family lived around that area, in Addis area. So I did not have to go back to anywhere, any crazy distance, but around that area. But what I'm saying is that the student that goes home and come back, they still have that news of the outside. They kind of tell us what's going on. And also we still go outside for weekends. So it wasn't crazy different, but it just kind of makes you feel safe and very undistracted. You're always in your school, and also the school is like church based. So you're always on point. Things has to be in a certain way. Very strict area. So I think there was some benefit to it.
I mean, I went to mission like a Catholic school
here or back home.
Back home. And it was like, it's not regular school apparently, because we had to stay at the school for longer time than the regular public school, right? It's a private too. It affected me. I mean, mostly positively, honestly. Like, so the English subjects they give is more available, and the people that teach you English is better than the one in a public school.
Exactly.
And then the study style, the teaching style, we were able to use that as an opportunity to actually get a little bit better before we even get here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It definitely it is more positive than negative.
It just kind of,
the only negative thing I would think of is that the mission or the Catholic that I went to was non-Oromo dominated population.
Okay.